People are sharing the creepiest unsolved mysteries that they can't stop thinking about. So I decided to look into the details of each one. Brandon Swanson's case always boggled my mind. The fact that he alerted his parents that he was lost and needed help. They were on the phone with him, heading toward him, only to hear his last moments. To know they were so close is so terrifying. Recently, Reddit user uRandomweeb asked the people of r/ask Reddit to share the creepiest unsolved mystery that keeps them up at night. After reading through some of these, I will definitely not be sleeping soundly for the next couple of days. Here are the most bone-chilling cases. Warning: disturbing and graphic content ahead. 1. Lauren Spierer. College student disappears after a night out with friends at local bar. One of the most covered unsolved cases in a college town, the disappearance of Lauren Spierer at Indiana University, is still cold 10 years later. Lauren Spierer was a junior at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana, studying apparel merchandising in 2011. A native of Scarsdale, New York, Lauren had a tight group of friends on and off campus. That makes her now 10-year disappearance even more baffling. Lauren's case has received a lot of media attention since she went missing, including national coverage from the likes of Nancy Grace and People magazine. But there are still so many unresolved questions from that night, including the biggest: where is Lauren? The day Lauren went missing. On the late evening of June 2nd, 2011, Lauren was seen leaving her apartment with a friend, David Rohn. The two went to another mutual friend's apartment, Jay Rosenbaum. Lauren, David, and Jay had plans to meet up with Jay's neighbor, Corey Rossman. There were approximately 10 people at Corey's apartment, with reports of heavy drinking and drug use. By midnight, David heads back to his apartment at Smallwoods Plaza, and per surveillance footage, he isn't seen leaving the apartment again around 11 a.m. the next morning. By 1:46 a.m., Lauren goes to Kilroy Sports Bar and is later seen leaving the bar with Corey Rossman by 2:27 a.m. Lauren leaves behind her shoes at the bar because the bar has a sand-covered patio. After leaving the bar, there's a lot of back and forth from various friends' homes before she is last seen. By 2:30 a.m., Lauren and Corey are seen at Smallwood Plaza, but are confronted by Zach Oates and 3 others who are concerned about Lauren. Zach Oates and Corey have a verbal altercation before Zach punches Corey in the face. Lauren and Corey leave Smallwood Plaza. A security camera shows Lauren and Corey exiting the alley near Smallwood at 2:51 a.m. and walking toward the 5 North townhomes where mutual friends live. When they return back to Smallwood Plaza, at Corey's apartment, where his room tries to convince Lauren to sleep over instead of walking back to her apartment, but she refuses. Lauren then heads over to Jay's apartment next door by 4:15 a.m., where she borrows Jay's phone to call David and another unidentified friend, but neither of them picks up the phone. By 4:30 a.m. on June 3rd, 2011, Jay says he last saw Lauren at the intersection of 11th Street and College Ave, headed south on College Ave. Barefoot, wearing black leggings and a white shirt. She was last seen barefoot, wearing black leggings and a white shirt, when she was reported missing. By the afternoon of June 3rd, Lauren's boyfriend tries to get in contact with her, but is contacted by an employee of Kilroy's sports bar to let him know that Lauren left her phone there. Lauren's roommate meets up with her boyfriend to try to find Lauren. Her friends called to report her missing to the Bloomington Police Department shortly after that. Lauren's sister, Rebecca, calls around to family to let them know that Lauren has been reported missing. Lauren's mother, Charlene, starts calling local hospitals, while her father, Robert, calls her boyfriend, who is at the police station. Lauren's parents arrive in Bloomington the very next day. 3 days later, the community gathered to search for Lauren throughout the Bloomington area, including Smallwood Plaza, where she was last seen. 2 days later, police reveal that there are 10 people of interest. Volunteers continue to coordinate search efforts, but there is no sign of Lauren. Where the case stands today, Lauren's family is still searching for her. Shortly after she went missing, Lauren was featured in a segment of America's Most Wanted, which brought in 350 tips, but unfortunately, no breakthroughs in the case. National pleas from celebrities, such as Denise Richards and Donnie Wahlberg, were made for anyone with information to come forward. Last year, a TikTok surfaced to say they had information on her disappearance. While nothing credible was found, Lauren's mom shared that she forwards all leads to authorities in hopes that one will lead to answers. With so much construction in a college town, the area where Lauren disappeared is almost unrecognizable from 10 years ago. Did you attend Indiana University in 2011? Did you see someone matching her description 9 in the early morning of June 3rd at the corner of 11th Street and College Ave? If you have any information regarding Lauren's disappearance, please contact police tips at bloomington.in.gov, Bloomington Police Department at 812-339-4477, or Crime Stoppers of Central Indiana at 317-262. 2. Sandra Lemire. A mother's remains are found in a pond. When Sandra Lemire didn't make it home following a date with a man she met online, her family worried. Nearly 12 years later, they finally have answers. In 2012, Sandra moved to Florida to live with and take care of her grandmother. While there, she was communicating with a few people through an online dating service. On May 8th, 2012, Sandra was last seen by her family. Sandra drove to Kissimmee, a city just south of Orlando, to meet a man at a Denny's restaurant for a date. Video surveillance shows that she was there with the man for about 2 hours before leaving. Sandra called her grandmother to confirm that she arrived at Kissimmee, but did not call again, as she had promised during her drive back home. After Sandra failed to come home and missed a few doses of insulin, her family reported her as missing. Then, Sunshine State Sonar teamed up with the Orlando police detectives. They've searched a total of 63 bodies of water over the last 17 months, looking for missing people. Then, detectives got new information from Sandra's last cell phone record data. That helped the team pinpoint a location to check. Answers finally came at the end of 2023. We located what appeared to be a minivan submerged in 14 feet of water. Our team quickly suited up and dove on the vehicle to make the license plate confirmation. Sunshine State Sonar wrote on Facebook. Our hearts go out to her family who supported us along the way. We are saddened at the circumstances, but glad we could assist in bringing her home. Rest in peace, Sandra. You are finally home. While an investigation is ongoing, it appears that Sandra was driving a bit too quickly on the exit ramp and drove right into the pond. Deep in my heart, I always thought this was a foul play case, and it turned out to be just a bad, terrible car accident. Mike Sullivan, who lead the volunteer dive group, said, "I'm just so proud of our team."